Hi folks, this is Jay, and hope everybody's okay. Um, I made a video, um, and I've just put it on private because I was crying. So if I start getting upset, please forgive me. Um, I'm just making this video um, because I'm really distressed and really stressed. Um, and I'm just hoping that there'll be some people out there who can do something. Because I'm not technical, I'm not practical. um, but my auntie's really, really ill. Um, she really, she really is. She's going to have an operation on her brain. She's had an aneurysm in her brain, and she she's going to have an operation where they're going to take this front. They tried to operate her on her, and they couldn't do it. Wherever they were going, I don't know where they were going, but they couldn't get in, and so they've had to do another. They're going to have to do a more serious operation where they take the front bit of the brain off here, and the guy, the specialist who's going to do it doesn't want to do it, but it's the only option that they've got at the moment. So it's pretty worrying, really. So it's touch and go, and so to my horror, late in the evening, I went on YouTube to see what was happening with Kiev in the Ukraine, because I was interested in what was happening. So I was looking at YouTube videos, and then I thought I'll just see what's going on. And I saw a channel, another Jason Burns archive channel. It says another archive channel of Jason Burns videos. When I saw it, I was horrified, and I'm telling you the truth, and I'm not lying. I'll tell you the story, and it's a true story, and I'm not lying one bit. And I am telling you the 100% truth. I had a debate with DPR Jones, and I beat the guy because he didn't take it seriously. He could have beaten me if he tried, but he didn't take it seriously, and I beat him. And I used some people's pieces of work, but I knew that work inside out, and he should have known the arguments. And there was many scholarly references went into that debate, but I used a few scholars, and at the end, after that debate, everybody was saying, "Oh, he's plagiarized," but nobody invited me on the show. New Covenant Group ripped into me, Matthew Moot ripped into me, Dr. Jones ripped into me, Ozzy ripped into me, everybody ripped into me. But not one of them invited me on the show to be able to answer them, and I got really angry, felt really isolated and really upset. And at that time, Fundamentally Flawed used to absolutely infuriate me. Jim Gardner used to infuriate me. Not so much Alex, but Jim used to really infuriate me with his muting and his screaming at people. So I thought, if I'm leaving YouTube, I'll give everybody double barrel shotgun. So I made this horrendous video where I just ripped into Alex, and I upset his wife. I really didn't mean to upset his wife. It was Alex and Jim that were my targets. But people got really upset and was defending Alex's wife. But I really didn't understand what I'd said to merit that backlash. I really didn't. But I was very sad that I'd upset Alex's wife, because she's a nice lady. I started getting weird messages on my YouTube channels from some weirdo saying, "You apologise to Kat or else." And it was some weirdo that's been following me around for a couple of years, making loads of videos, making loads of comments about me. And this weirdo sent on every channel that I have these kind of weird messages. So that got me spooked. Then I started getting loads of phone calls, and it was at least 10. But I mean, there was loads of phone calls. I mean, the phone was just ringing. And watch your back is what I kept getting. So that really freaked me out. Now, someone said, why didn't I phone the police? Well, we've had a few incidents in Manchester with my table. I had a Polish guy at 8 o'clock at night smash my table. He was drunk and he smashed my table. The police never did anything about it, never got this guy, never arrested him. Another time, my wallet was stolen from the house. I had a homeless guy staying with me. He stole my wallet. The guy's never been arrested. And I had a gay guy, because we had a leaflet of a gay person who became Christian. It was only about that big, and it was on the table, and he saw it, and he smashed the table, smashed everything on the floor. Nothing was done about that. So that's why I didn't phone the police. So I thought, what I'm going to do, so I made a video. I put some music up. I said Jason Burns has committed suicide and all the rest of it. And I really thought that these nutters who were ringing me up would think, oh, flipping out, this is serious, we'll leave him alone. But they didn't. So within an hour, and it was only up an hour, I thought, this is really serious stuff. And people see this, they'll get freaked out, think I've done something stupid, so I took it off. But it was put on a Google Archive channel that atheists run. And I made a comment under there saying I'm fine. But yet it still was kept up, and it was up, and it's still up now. If you actually go on the Google profile, unless they've changed it, it actually has Jason Burns has committed suicide even to this day. It's not got it on the main channel, they've changed the title. So I was really mortified that they kept it up. And some of them are saying, oh well, you know, you need to be called out on this and all that, and they were just being malicious. They knew what they were doing. And I had some emails, unsavory emails from people. Anyhow, next thing you know, 12 hours later, a police come, said, have you committed suicide? Are you committing suicide? What's it all about? I said no. I said I pulled it down. And he said, no, it's on your channel. I said, no, it's not. I brought him upstairs, showed one of the police officers this archive channel. He saw it, he said, well, why have they got your videos then? Because they're just promoting you. I said, well, they have. They've got 1,500. And he said, well, just ignore them if they're getting you in this way. So So that was that. I pulled that evening, the evening where I put the video, took the suicide video down. That evening, I closed some of my channels down. And that was horrendous enough. I told my neighbour what had happened. She was absolutely shocked that the atheists, the specific atheist group would do that, knowing full well the situation. And then after that, 2 weeks went by, and I left the atheist alone. If I did make a video, it may be one or two on scholarly stuff, but I left them alone. But I got a letter from my doctor. My doctor didn't invite me. He said, "Were you coming for a checkup?" So I went. And basically, she told me that I could be sectioned. It was not a checkup to help me. It was a checkup. It wasn't a general checkup. It was to assess me for being sectioned. She said, her exact words were, "I can section you." She even said, "I have the power to section you." Where I said to her, "This is abuse because you brought me here under false pretenses." She said she contacted me. She hadn't contacted me, and she's going to be in trouble when I change my doctors, because I'm going to say why I'm changing my doctors, because I was brought under false pretenses to the doctors for a checkup when it wasn't a checkup. It was actually to be sectioned without my knowing it, without family knowing it. And so that was a shock. The police report, she didn't show it me full, but she read one or two bits out. She said, "The police report says that you've got too many books in your room. That's one of the issues." And then she said, "Well, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that." She says, "You've declared war on atheists." I said, "Well, yeah, ideologically, because Aaron Ra declared war on me. Aaron Ra's a famous atheist." So she said, "Well, don't make any videos on atheism because you can get sectioned." So I said, "Well, what about my free speech?" She said, "Well, these things can get very, very nasty." So I left, and I got in the car, and I basically felt I was in Stalinist Russia. I thought, this is really, really, really spooky stuff. This is really, really, really dangerous stuff, that they can try and do this behind your back. She was shocked. The doctor was shocked that the police never contacted me about this, about me coming in to see the doctor. So she was shocked at that. She said they should have done that. So I came home. I told my auntie. My auntie was literally, she was literally speechless. She was literally speechless. And she said, "Don't go near those kind of atheists. They are really, really nasty people." And she said, "I can't believe that in this day and age something like that could happen." And she said that what the doctor did was absolutely horrendous, and what the police did was absolutely horrendous. And it is. You can't do that as a doctor or as the police without actually telling the person what they're doing. So I was absolutely mortified because of that. I was absolutely mortified. And since then, I've made 25, maybe 26 videos, maybe 6 videos very scholarly, 10 videos just telling you this story, but it's on another channel that hardly anybody knows. It's called Atheism and Free Speech. And then I've made 10 videos just reflecting on what I've learned from about atheism over the years. But I've not made the hundreds, thousands of videos on atheism that I did. I've been quiet since then. So to my horror, last night, when I'm really struggling, really upset, to my horror, and I've held out an olive line. I was gonna go after these people. I was gonna really go. I was absolutely determined to get these people, either legally through a solicitor, either through the police, or politically. I was out to get these people and drag them in the courts or whatever I had to do. I was determined. But first thing I was going to do is go and see my MP and take a report and show what had happened to me and show what happens to other people, not just from atheists but other cyberbullying groups. I was absolutely determined to get these people who did this to me. But I decided that some of the people involved needed a second chance, because I felt that they'd lost the way in the YouTube life, and I'm for them. I forgive and forget. It's forgiven and it's forgotten. It's gone. I'm not going to do anything. I want them to be happy. I want them to get on. I want them to flourish on YouTube, and I'm not after them politically. I'm not after them legally. I just want them to be happy. Nothing's going to happen. I'm not going to bring it up again. I'm only telling you the story of what I've gone through, because what I'm about to tell you needs your help. And I've held a knowledge branch to a couple of these people because I just want them to be blessed. And I understand a little bit where they're coming from. And I'm trying to think the best of them rather than the worst of them. And so I'm hoping that these people take that opportunity and just move on and do really good stuff that they're capable of on YouTube. But so I'm just wishing them well, and I'm not bringing it up, and I just want them to be happy and to get on. But every point of what I've told you, if anybody does try and make a controversy, or if anybody does say I'm lying, I can back it up, because I'm telling you 100% truth. I can tell you for a fact that the police never contacted me, and this is absolute fact, and if anyone tells you differently, it's an absolute fact that they never contacted me to tell me that they were trying to get me to the doctors. And I can tell you for a fact the doctor said that she was that she felt professionally that the police should have contacted me. That's the facts. So anybody else says anything, that isn't the fact. They're telling a lie. But to my horror, last night I was wanting to just chill out, and I wanted to find out what was happening in Ukraine, in Kiev. And I typed in, I was looking around, and then I thought I'd see what else is going on, and to my horror, I saw a Google archive channel of me, a second channel, a new channel that someone has started. I think it's the same person who started this other channel on me. And I was absolutely mortified. I thought, I've tried to be nice to these atheists who organise this get to the doctor stuff, and that's serious stuff, because I'm going to have to write to my doctor, and I'm going to have to change doctors, and I'm going to tell the surgery why that I'm changing, that I have to change doctors because I was brought under false pretenses. So that doctor might get reprimanded. And also I will have to write to the police eventually when I get time. And so the police officer involved might get reprimanded, but make no bones about it, they will be contacted, and I will have to inform them that what happened was just not right. So having gone through all that, and now look on YouTube last night, and some atheist has made another archive channel on me, which causes me absolutely humongous stress, because I'm under stress with my auntie. I mean, she's priority at the moment. She's going to be having an operation. She could be dead in the next few days. So the reason why I'm making this video is there are two archive channels that an atheist, but I think well, I know for a fact that there are some well-known atheists who run YouTube channels connected to this guy who's done this. There are two archive channels on me now. Both of them have 1,500 of my videos. They are obviously run by an atheist or atheists. That's 3,000 videos of me trying to defame me. That is beyond anything imaginable against Ray Comfort, against Venom Fang X, against Bible Thumping Wingnut. It's beyond reasonable. It is not fair. They have no right to these videos. I have deleted many of these videos. It is my express wish that these videos be not on YouTube, that they have. They are stopping me from moving on. Many of those videos I did when I was depressed, and I deleted them, but they saved them. So it was my express wish that they not be on YouTube. And those channels that first channel causes me a great deal of stress, and does not allow me to move on, does not allow me to do productive videos that I have been doing. I've been doing some great videos. I did 100 videos on historical Jesus studies. I've done many good sermons and Bible studies, and those two channels are misrepresenting me. And I did lose 2,000, and I lost a brilliant channel under the stress of that controversy, because I closed channels down. I lost 2,000 scholarly videos, so people get a false impression of me. And now the atheists have set up another archive channel. Now I'm asking in a nice way. My aunt is really seriously ill, and she could die. She's having a very, very serious operation, and I'm asking the atheist community to take compassion on me, and I'm asking you to seek out these people and to get these channels closed down and to leave me alone. And when I come back, just let me get on doing my apologetic videos. I am not making or targeting atheism. I'll be uploading videos in the next few days, 20 of those videos is on atheism. 20 of those videos is on Islam. 10 videos on atheism. 30 videos on Francis Schaeffer. So they're not targeting atheism. So I'd ask anybody for help to get those 2 channels closed down, because they have not my express wish to use my video. They can use 10, maybe 10, but not 1,500, and not archive channels where you're setting up where you've got 1,500 videos of me. It's not. It's beyond reasonable, and it's beyond fair. And you can't then turn around and say, Jay, you can't make any videos on atheism because you're ill, but by the way, we'll upload 1,500 of your videos on one channel. Oh, and by the way, we'll do it on another channel and another channel, but you can't make any videos because if you do, we'll phone your doctor and get you sectioned. You can't have it that way. You're not having it that way. It's not going to work like that. Basically, screw the doctors, screw the police. I don't care what you do. You're not getting away with that. It's not going to happen. My free speech will not be curtailed. That's just it. Done deal. My free speech will not. You'll not take away my free speech. And if I want to speak on atheism and make 1,000 videos on atheism, I will. But I'm not doing. I'm trying to just live a normal life. So I'm asking for the atheist community on YouTube to have a word with these people or this person and to close these channels down. There's 2, Jason Burns Archive channel, and then it says another Jason Burns Archive channel. And I'm asking you to close these channels down and let me move on. Let me do my apologetic videos. Let me try to get some academic debates with some atheists every now and again, and just move on in a more productive, happy way. So I'm asking the atheist community to do that, or I'm asking anybody to take up the fight for me and get these channels closed, because I can't fight at the moment. I'm too distressed with my auntie, and I'm not very practical. I don't know how to do whatever you have to do to contact YouTube or whatever. And if my auntie dies and you've still got these channels up, I'm not going to threaten you with violence, because I don't believe in violence. But if my auntie dies and you've still got these Google Hangout channels out, you wish to God you never heard of Jason Burns. Alright? I won't bring any violence on you. I won't bring any harm to you. But the atheist community will wish to God they never heard of Jason Burns. If my auntie dies and the atheist community have not done anything about these 2 Google Archive channels which are causing me absolutely immense distress, because I'm not pleading with you, I am begging with you, and I am asking you to do something about these channels, because they are causing me absolute distress when I'm at a very difficult time in my life. But I'm so angry that this has been done while I'm struggling. If my auntie dies and you've still got these channels, woe beside you as the atheist community. Because I'll do everything in my power to make sure that whether it be David Silverman, Matt Delonte, the Magic Sandwich Show, whoever, I will do everything in my power to expose every single one of you. So you better hope my auntie doesn't die, and you better get those 2 channels now. I'm asking you nicely, I'm asking you politely, and I'm asking you, but I'm in deep distress. And it's absolutely unfair for the atheist community to allow 3,000 now videos of mine being put up when you don't have permission. Some of them, many of them were on Commons license, but many of them, when they were on Commons license, I took down. So they are not on Commons license anymore. They are down, and they are down for good, and I want them off the channel, off YouTube. That is my express right. Like I said, screw the police and screw the doctor. You're messing with my family now. It's getting really, really serious. I've gone through hell, and as you can see, I'm absolutely furious. I've gone through hell. I don't believe this is part of the atheist community, ultimately. I believe this is a small group of atheists who will keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and they're pushing, and I'm about to snap. I'm about to break. My family is hurt. My auntie is in hospital. She is about to have a serious operation. And you're pushing me to the brink. And I'm asking the atheist community to have a word with this group and to stop them from pushing me, because if I snap, I will not bring violence. I will not bring no emotional harm, but will be on the treadmill of video after video after video made against Matt Delonte, made against Aaron Ra, and we'll go through all that cycle again. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to go on that treadmill anymore. I don't want to get involved in it because it's unhealthy. It's not normal to be making video after video against Matt Delonte or Aaron Ra. But if you are making a Google Archive channels when my auntie's about me, when my auntie's really ill, you can't expect me just to sit down and say and leave it at that and say, oh well, that's okay. You can't expect that. I'm making this video because I'm really, really desperate. I'm desperate for Thunderfoot. I'm desperate for DPR Jones. I'm desperate for Matt Delonte. I'm desperate for David Silverman. I'm desperate for Ozzy. I'm desperate for someone to realise that they're pushing me to the brink, and it's not fair. I'm being pushed to the brink, and it is not fair. I don't know how to fight back. If I could fight back, if I had a solicitor now, and the solicitor told me what to do, and I could fight back, I would fight back, but I don't know how to fight back. If I could fill in a form to YouTube and do it, I would do it, but I'm not very good at filling in forms. I don't know how to fight back, and I'm being pushed to the brink. So I'm asking somebody out there on YouTube land to realise that's what I'm trying to communicate. I'm angry and I'm upset. I'm a fighter. Whoever this small group is, you're never ever gonna defeat me. It's not gonna happen. I'm too strong a character. I'm too strong a character. It's just not gonna happen. You're never gonna defeat me. The only way the atheist community will ever defeat me is if someone gets in a ring with me and have an academic debate and completely demolishes me. If they do that, then you wouldn't hear much about me. I would just walk away with the tails between my legs. That would be the only way you could ever get rid of me or defeat me, is in an academic debate. So whatever other tactics you do, it just ain't going to work. You're never going to get rid of me. It's just not going to happen. And trying to use the police and the doctor on me ain't going to happen. Because I've got a good family, I've got a big family, and if anything happened to me, if the police ever took me in, or the doctor, my family would be up in arms, and I'd be out at a police station in 5 minutes, and I'd be out at a flipping hospital in 5 minutes, because I've got a good family behind me. So that tactic ain't going to work. The only way you're going to defeat me is in an academic debate. That's the only way. If you beat me in an academic debate, you will not hear hardly anything from me as an atheist community. But until you do that, you're just never going to shut me up. Now, I think that this group is bordering on... This group is not representative of the atheist community. Thunderfoot, Ironrod, DPR, Jones, Aussie, all the atheists out there, this is not their deal. They're not responsible for this. This is a small group of atheists. Some of them might be trolls, but they're definitely malicious. They're definitely malicious, and they definitely want me to have a war with you atheists. I don't want a war with you atheists. I don't want a war with Ironrod. I don't want a war with Thunderfoot. I don't want a war with Matt Dillon. But these atheists are trying to push me in that direction. I don't want a war with you. It's not your fault. But you can understand how I would feel if my auntie dies and some atheists have got these videos up. You can understand how I would feel. That I would blame the rest of the atheist community, but it isn't the rest of the atheist community. It's not Aaron Ra's fault. It's not DPR John's fault. It's not Matt Dillon's fault. It's not David Silverman's fault. It's not their fault. I'm just upset. And it's the only way I can try and get some attention for someone to try and do something. But if my auntie did die, I would be flipping really, really angry. I'd be really, really angry. And like I said, I wouldn't do anything violent. I wouldn't do anything that would harm anybody. But you're never going to silence me by getting the doctor on me or the police. Because if the police overstep the mark or the doctor overstep the mark, then screw them. They haven't got a right to do that. I got, respect to the police. I'm saying respect to Manchester Police. But screw you if you break the law. And you broke the law. You broke the law a few weeks ago when you got in touch with the doctor and you did not tell me what was happening. That was not according to policy. You had to contact me. And the doctor broke the law because she should have informed me what was happening before. So threats using police and doctors just doesn't work. And like I said, I've got a very, very strong family, and my family will be up in arms. So you're picking on the wrong person, and you're never going to break me. There's a guy I've got a sneaky feeling that a lot of this is down to an Irish guy who's got it in for me and feels that this is all fun and he's trying to break me. Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Irish guy, you ain't gonna break me, mate. On this video, I'm begging and I'm defiant. I'm begging because I can't do anything about it. I'm defiant because I'll not give in to terrorists, intellectual terrorists who are trying to do this to me. But I don't know how to fight. I don't know how to fight this group that are being like this. But I know that Thunderfoot, Ozzy, Matt Delonte, David Silverman, DPR Jones, they're smart people. And if they can do something about it, they can do something about it. I'm not that smart. I don't know what to do. But is it not enough's enough? Have I not been through enough? Am I not going through enough? I'm asking people to do something about these two channels. My aunt is in hospital. She's about to have an operation. She could die. And I'm furious that someone could be so insensitive as to set up another channel last night. And all that's come out in this video is the hurts, the anger, the frustration. And I'm letting you see it so that you know who I am. And I'm asking, ever so nicely, for somebody to take these people on my behalf and to take them out. Take them out legally. Don't do illegal things, but to take these people out, because it's getting beyond a joke. It's getting beyond fair. It's getting beyond fair. It's just beyond that. It's just beyond it. 3,000 videos at the height when my auntie's not well is beyond fair. The police won't do anything about it. YouTube won't seem to do anything about it. So it's left to people out there who are smart and know what to do about YouTube and whatever they can do about it legally to get these people to shut these two channels down, because they do not have a right to have those videos of mine. They are my videos. One of those channels has been harassing me and involved in cyberbullying, and I'll be damned if there's another channel going to be involved in cyberbullying. And it is cyberbullying when they know that my family's not well. You're not doing this to Ray Comfort. You're not doing this to Venom Fang X. You're not doing it to Bible Thumping Wingnut. So why are you doing it to me? I've said enough anyway. Like I said, if anything happens to my auntie, and there's this group still messing about, trying to play with my head, I'm warning you, right? I'm flipping really warning you. If my auntie dies, and you've got these channels, I don't care if it costs me 100 grand or whatever. I have money, by the way. Okay, I do have access to a lot of money, and I'm not just saying it. I actually live in a very prestigious area, alright? So I'm not poor. But if my auntie dies, and you've still got these YouTube channels up, then we start getting political, and we start getting the solicitors out. I will come after you, and I will flipping sue you for damages, because this is just getting beyond a joke. And I really mean it. I'm doing my level best to leave you atheists alone. I'm doing my level best to get on with my life. I'm doing my level best to just do positive videos. I'm doing my level best to hold the olive branch out to atheists who, as far as I'm concerned, cause me a lot of distress. And I'm doing my level best not to bring the police to court and the doctor to court. I'm trying to get my head down and ignore you all. But when my auntie's in hospital about to have an operation and you're still continuing, what am I supposed to do? If you want to fight, I'll fight. You want to get dirty, I'll take you to court and I will sue you. If that's what you want, I will do it. Well, that's where we're going. It's going to get really nasty, where you're going to be taken to court, and it's going to blow up even worse. So whoever's doing this, you've got to stop it, because you're pushing it too far. It's gone too far. You're pushing it too much, and it's gone too far. I don't want a fight. I want to be left alone and get on. But if my auntie dies and you've got these Google Hangouts, I'll sit back, I'll think about what to do, and I'll take action. Like I said, no physical violence. Everything that I take action will do will be above board, and it will be legal, but it will be swift, it will be thorough, and it will be absolutely devastating, the action that I'll take. And it will not only affect you as a small group, it will reverberate for atheism all over the world. Alright? So it's interesting, it's up to you as atheists. If you can't see what harm you were doing to me, if you can't see, as atheist community, the hurt, the anger, the frustration that I am going through in this video, if you can't see how upset I am and distressed I am by this group, and you won't do anything about it, then don't start complaining. If my auntie dies and I come back and I take you atheist on internationally, don't start complaining. And don't ring the doctor and don't phone the police. Alright? I hope to God that some atheists out there realise I'm telling you the truth, I'm being honest, I'm being fair, and I'm just at my wit's end about this group of people. who run that channel and who set up another channel and who go on their Google Hangouts and they're talking about me all the time. And like I said, there's an Irish guy who's behind a lot of this, and it's gone beyond normal. It's gone beyond a joke. It's gone beyond apologetics for atheism. It's gone way beyond that, and it's got to stop. I'm not practical. I'm not good at legal stuff. I'm not good at these things. That's why I'm not doing anything about it. But if my auntie dies, that'll galvanize me. That'll infuriate me. And even though I'm not practical, I'll do something about it. But I'm asking other people to do it for me because I can't do it. I'm not that good. So I'd ask you to go and have a word with this Irish guy. I'd ask you to go and have a word with the person who's running this channel. And I'd someone make it clear to them that enough's enough. I'm pleading with people. I'm just pleading with you to end my misery and let me look after my auntie and maybe grieve and let me get on with that. And then whenever come back, and I'll be getting on just doing my preaching and trying to organise an academic debate with Matt Delunty or someone. If anyone wants a debate, I'll have a debate with them, and I'm happy to do that and make a scholarly video every now and again for an atheist. But I want to debate Muslim apologists. I want to debate Sikhs. I want to preach on YouTube. I want to, I want to be a professional apologist as part of what I'd like to do. Just every now and again have an academic debate. I want to just preach sermons. I just want to preach. Things are looking up. Things are actually getting a bit better concerning career-wise. Actually, doors are opening, and I want to use YouTube and multimedia to facilitate the doors that are opening. There are doors opening for me, and I don't want to get into this negative fighting atheism. I don't want to do that. It's not healthy. It's not productive. But you can understand if my auntie, anything happens to my auntie, you can understand I'm going to get angry if it's an atheist group that are doing these Google archive channel that got these archive channels on me. You can understand me getting angry and upset. And that's where I'm going, and I need your help, whoever you are, to make it clear to these people enough is enough. It's got to stop. I'm not persecuting them. I'm not making videos against them. I'm not going around to their YouTube channels. I'm not doing anything to them. I'm not even involved with them. I'm not even involved with that group or the individual who's running the channel or individuals. I don't have anything to do with them. I don't want anything to do with them. Those who organised this doctors thing, I'm forgetting about it. It's forgot. Unfortunately, I will have to write to my doctor and just say I'm changing my doctor. I'll have to tell them, and I'll have to tell the police officer that what he did was not right, and that'll have to be written in a letter so that people know, and it's down on record. But as far as I'm concerned with these individuals, it's forgotten. I want them to be happy. I want them to get on. I want them to be fruitful, and I want them to really do whatever. This other group, somebody needs to seriously have a word with them because they're pushing it. I think the guy who runs this channel is an okay guy, but I think he's a fall guy. I think the guy who's actually running the channel he is he is malicious, but he seems to be an okay guy. And I think that if anything happened, if any controversy happened, he'd be left holding the can. So he's just a stooge. He's just being used by this Irishman and one or two others. They're the brains behind it, and someone needs to seriously go and have a word with them and say, enough's enough. You're pushing it too far. It's gone beyond. It's just gone beyond. It's just gone beyond fair. So I've made my case, and I'll leave it with the atheist community. I'm not blaming you. I'm sorry for whatever I've said. I'm not blaming you. It's not your fault as an atheist community. I have good conversations with many atheists. I've been on some Google Hangouts. I know there's a number of atheists out there like Raoul, Seth, Dave, other individual atheists, Roy Solar, whatever. There's a number of atheists out there who are who are kind, DPR Jones, people like that. I know that these people, many of these people, would not agree with what's been going on, and some of them have said so. A number of atheists have said so, and I don't blame the atheist community. I don't blame Matt Delonte or Magic Sandwich Show. I don't blame any of these groups. I'm just saying things because I'm upset. It's not the atheist community as a whole. The atheist community as a whole is a fair-minded community, and they want free speech. It's just a small minority of people who, for some reason, are getting off trying to cause a war between me and the atheist. And it's got to stop. It's just gone beyond a joke now. Alright, I'm leaving. I've said a lot. I've gone on enough. So, anyway, I'm going to go. I'm sorry for all that I've said, a lot of what I've said, but I'm just telling you how I feel. If that Google Archive put this video on their Google Archive, or they put it on the other Google Archive, that would be the height of arrogance. And I would say, if you see it, they have no right to put this on their channel. DMCA them. They do not have copyright on this video. DMCA them on my behalf. This is your video. If you want to be part of my ministry, you own this video. Alright? So you can DMCA them if they put this video on their channels. Right? You are legally a partner with me, and you legally own this video if you are with me. Right? You share in my ministry right now if you agree with what I'm saying. And this video is now your video. So you can go and DMCA these people if they put this video on. Because they're not putting this video on when I'm talking about my auntie. This is precious stuff. So DMCA the living daylights out of them if they put this video on. This is your video. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. I just leave it with someone who can do something about it. I don't know who. YouTube. I don't know. Retired police officer. I don't know. Retired solicitor. Somebody in some well-known atheist in the atheist community can go and have a word with it. I don't know. Somebody can go and have a word with these people Tell them to pull the archive channels down and to leave me alone. Because I'm leaving them alone, and I'm not fighting the atheist community like I used to. I just want to get back as a professional apologist and have an academic debate every now and again, and make a few scholarly videos on atheism, but on Islam, Hinduism, Judaism, whatever, and do preaching. That's what I want to do on YouTube, and I feel I have a right to be allowed to do that. And you know something, I feel that this is the camel that's broken. That I feel that this is it. That this is the time when people will realise that, yeah, enough's enough. My time prior to 2013 was not the real Jason Burns. I had been broken. I came out of a broken marriage. I was a broken man. The ministry meant the world to me, and I came out of the ministry. I was a broken man, and for 5 years I was broken, and I was not at my best. And in that period of time, I came on YouTube, and my grief was poured out on YouTube. And many of those videos I deleted, and I have a right, after my grief, and I made a big mistake attacking atheists, and I shouldn't have done that, but I have a right to move on. Everybody else has a right, so I have a right to move on. And these channels are not giving me the right to move on. And it's malicious and it's unfair. I give them permission to use at least 10 videos. They can use 10. But to have 1,500 is beyond fair. And people who are keeping it up are keeping it up not out of I'll answer it in a minute. People who are doing it are not doing it out of democracy, because if it was democracy, they'd let me get on and make my videos, but they're not letting me do that. They're doing it out of maliciousness. They're trying to ruin me and destroy me and my reputation. But you can't destroy my reputation. I'm too big for your Google Hangout, Google Archive channel. I'm too big for that. I'm too big a person for that. It ain't gonna work. But it's causing me distress because my auntie's not well, and I want to deal with that, right? Now I've wasted a lot of my time making this video. I hope somebody out there takes pity on me and realizes that this is not fair and becomes my advocate and does something about it. So there we are, I'll leave it there. Alright. Like I said, it's not the atheist community as a whole. Like I said, I've been on Google Hangouts. Some atheists that I've talked to recently have been awesome. I've really enjoyed talking to them. They've been great, been fine, no problems whatsoever. Go on Google Hangouts. Hi Jay, are you alright? Talk fine. No problem. It's just this small fanatical group that have pushed it too far. So I'm leaving it to someone out there to take these guys on. Take them on in a nice way, but take them on and sort them out for me if you can. Because Jason Burns can't sort them out at the moment. Thank you and take care. God bless you.